Right, dudes, what's up? Let's watch some skateboarding together. It's been a while since I've done this. I found a couple of clips, too, that I really dig. And one, especially this one right here. Carlsbad, dude. I lived there right out of high school. I moved there. I lived there for a little over 10 years, about 12 years or so. Right on the beach. Started on an Oceanside, but mostly lived in Carlsbad. Just a couple blocks, maybe like 2-3 blocks from Danny Way's skate shop. So this would have been in the late 80s, early 90s. I was probably in the scene here. You see the sign? Carlsbad High School, dude. Had a girlfriend live right over there. I skateboarded right over there, and I hung out right there. So that's pretty sick. But yeah, let's get into this video. I found this, and this is a channel with about 6,000 subs. Want to say thank you to the Dern brothers on YouTube. I've subscribed. I hit the like button, of course, and I'm going to check out the videos that they're coming out with. I noticed another one they did very similar to this video on El Toro. Now, I don't have any history with El Toro, but I kind of can't wait to check that one out too.
This week we're at Carlsbad High School, which was home of one of the most famous gaps in all of skateboarding.
Yeah, gotta aim for the top like, hold up. Yeah, I can never doubt myself, I know better. All of you critics be acting like you know better. Blowing the smoke, but I know when the dust settles that I'm in my element. It's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got them breaking my...
Yeah.
Obviously the gap was destroyed in 2012, but we're gonna skate around the school and see what's skatable here now. We got this 5-stair with a up rail or down rail to ledge. A few crazy tricks have been done on this. One that really sticks out is T-spliff front feebled up the rail.
Sick.
All right, let's go see what's inside the school.
Look at that fortress right there. Carlsbad High in the day was not like that at all. But I imagine with the shit you get away with out in California right now, that once you get inside those gates, you are there unbothered. Although, notice security cameras. There's a lot of warning signs out there.
Oh good, you can skate here. Skateboards has been crossed out, so it must be okay. All right, we're in. All right, first thing I see.
I'd have thrown my board over and shattered the tail or the nose and, you know, broke something. So, pretty smart guy.
It looks like a 12 or a 13 maybe. Let's count them. 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a 12.
To make it out, got me feeling like pain. I ain't never need your help. I know you wishing me well. A penny for your thoughts, but seeing no change. I snap for the sun like Diddy. The riches got a mad ass son. I'm like Billy. I ain't never switch up. Whole team with me. Putting on for my city like OAGZ. Set the pace as long as you finish. Consumers find a way inside your business. Babble if they try to dabble in it and they hate the fact that they may have to witness. You trying to...
Wow.
It's pretty.
All right, so just coming from my memory, I think I remember the stairs at Carlsbad High near the Gap was 11 stairs. And I'm pretty sure it was 11, and I could be wrong. It could be 12 or something like that. My record at the time, stair-wise, and I couldn't do anything but ollie, was about 7 stairs. And they had a 7-stair set inside the center, kind of more of the high school in the corridors. They had a narrow 7-stair that I did there. And I also did the little gap at the high school here. And I did it on one of those days when there was like, I don't know, 20, 30 people around. Because I remember Jeremy Ray, Alfonso Rawls, Danny Way, of course, right? And even Rob Deerdick, you know, obviously before Rob Deerdick was as well known as Rob Deerdick is today. But I remember I wasn't sessioning with those guys as much as I was spectating, but I'd get in on it.
Pretty good 12-stair minus this crack that needs rebondoed. Looks like it's been bonded a few times before, but chipped out. Run up, landing's pretty smooth.
So about the original Carlsbad Gap, I don't know who the first one that ollied it was, but I know that Chris Markovich and Rob Dyrdek was battling for the first one to kickflip it. Chris Markovich did it.
Markovich nailed it. Even though it means nothing at the time, I was so heartbroken.
Once Chris Markovich...
I feel like I was there that day. I feel like I might be in that clip. I feel like I'm one of those dudes. I remember this day. I know I remember this day. But man, it's grainy footage. I'm not even looking at the kickflip. I'm looking at the cats up on the wall. Okay, hold up.
Even though it means...
Okay, no. So I see a handrail. When I was going there was no handrail there. I remember them at one point. They put the handrail up off the corner of the gap. And then a week later, the handrail was gone again. So the handrail looked like it was there in that shot.
Rob Dyrdek was battling for the
Let's
first one
watch
to
those
kickflip
again.
it. Chris Markovich did it.
Markovich nailed it. Even though it means nothing at the time, I was so heartbroken.
Once Chris Markovich...
See, I remember him laying there like that. Like, I remember seeing that live. That would be crazy cool, like, if I could see myself on that hill. What, 30 years later or something like that? And I don't know what year that was.
landed that kickflip, he got the cover of Transworld magazine. After that, everyone wanted a piece of the Carlsbad Gap. But the Carlsbad Gap was deadly. The Carlsbad Gap had some cracks at the beginning, then you had to go down the grass gap, there was a small wall at the bottom that you had to clear, and then there was an uphill.
Right there, see, right here, this handrail, this is where I did it. So, and still, it was pretty gnarly. I mean, I think it was like 7-8 feet out. It wasn't that gnarly, right? But for me, that was a big deal for me. And there was no real right of way. You hit it right here, and then you rode off into the grass over here. But you'd come from this way. You'd come to, and you could go way down this sidewalk, like way past here. But then come straight through here, and right off the edge of this corner, this concrete, boom, down there. That's where I did it. This was the gnarly spot right here, right over this. And then uphill, this is where it kind of like dips in. This is what he's talking about. So I can see how many steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. My memory serves me correct. Okay, cool. Let's check this out.
Uphill landing. The uphill landing absolutely destroyed some of the
Yeah,
skaters.
it did. You saw 90%, no, 99% of the people that hit this ended just like that. I remember days over here where there was just, 60, 70 people. It was so gnarly. I mean, they were in the way. It was so gnarly.
A lot of them would slam so hard that they'd hit their head.
Whooshed out and hit my head. That.
That was a hard
guy...
hit, bro. That hit was incredibly hard.
A lot of them would slam so hard that they'd hit their head.
Whooshed out and hit my head. That.
I know one guy tried to skate the gap and hit a rock, so he bailed too early and clipped his foot on the wall.
Oh!
There was also one of the gnarliest slams I've ever seen.
Oh! Is that a credit card? Dude, this is almost hard to watch. But I mean, this is what hanging out at Carlsbad High School, this is what you saw all the time. So seldom were people pulling that landing off. Oh! Holy shit, that's a life-changing move right there, dude. Damn. Durham Brothers, you guys rip.
Nice ollie down the 12 stair.
I thought there was a 16 stair here. Let's see if we can find it. Okay. What is this?
There's a drop in.
How do you even get out of it?
You have to ollie over this square piece at the end. You don't want to clip on that. Yeah, the whole thing slants that way. So I imagine it's really weird rolling down it.
Dude, look at it. It's off camber too. Whoa. Yeah, right. Sick.
Oh, yeah.
Wax up that curve and hit that too.
Yes. So after Markovich landed that kickflip, Jeremy Ray came and did a frontside flip.
I remember this.
He also did a frontside 360 and a backside heel flip. And Danny Way was the first one to nollie the gap.
Is there a handrail there that day? No handrail. No handrail on the corner. Check that out. So yeah, dude.
Let's go to another section. Follow me.
I remember
looks like there's
watching
some stairs over here.
Crazy out ledges.
Dang, yeah, this out ledge here, wow.
Danny Way was a total pimp back in the day too. He had a big old lifted truck. Yeah, he showed up and man, everybody. It was fun. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a fun little out ledge. You probably get more technical on it if you want. Angle's a little weird.
So the gap got tray flipped by Josh Casper. And things just kept getting crazier. Tom Penny did switch frontside flip.
Nice.
Then Andrew Reynolds did a frontside half cab flip. And he nollie 360'd it.
Yeah.
This is handicap rail right here. Someone's had to have skated this before. Definitely like a board side. Ooh, that's sticky. We should have brought some wax. Let's keep it moving.
You didn't bring wax? I thought all street skaters always had wax. Boy, I mean, I guess you expect a high school like this to be just coated in wax.
Nigel Houston did nollie frontside heel.
Wow.
Eric Ellington did back big spin.
I totally remember seeing this guy skate there live.
And then he was saying he's getting fucked up tonight.
Yeah.
Getting fucked up tonight.
That was Baker 3. That was classic. Oh yeah, and Josh Casper did tray flip tail grab. That was insane.
Yeah.
And then Trevor McClung did switch big flip, which blows my mind. Oh yeah, and then Billy Marks did kickflip roast beef.
Wow.
He also did switch big heel.
And he did switch big heel. That was crazy too, you're right.
Ride the sky.
Oh my God. Perfect.
There we go. All right, well, I guess you can use my board or any board you have to make a bump out of this grate and skate over a trash can that's placed nearby.
Let's test it out.
I hope my board doesn't fall down in this mess. Nice.
Do it like a gap manual.
Kanan just pointed out this awning gap. It looks pretty gnarly. You do ollie, manual, drop
Yeah,
down.
right.
It's a big drop, but I think someone could do it.
I hope
Someone did nollie big heel.
Does someone do that? No one does that, right? Does anyone do like a flat land? A flat, they do that, don't they? Oh shit. No one's doing that though. God, that would be nuts.
Cody McIntyre.
Cody McIntyre, that was it.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Nice.
No, he did nollie back big spin first and then nollie big heel.
I mean, so many tricks went down on that gap before it was destroyed that people had to get real creative.
Yeah.
I know that people were doing airwalks, double kick flips, finger flip, body varials,
What?
late flip. I mean, everything had already been done, so you had to really think of something new to do.
That's honestly like mind-blowing that a skateboarder's that good, especially with me trying to learn to kickflip at 52 years old. And it's just random. I just do what I know to do, and maybe I pull it off. It's all random. It spins, I jump, hopefully I'm high enough, hopefully it spins enough. It's all random. But to think that these guys are getting so good that they're able to time a spin. You know, it's like doing a backflip or something. You know, I'm good at doing a backflip on a 2-foot rock or a 2-foot ledge. I could stand on a wall 2 feet high and I could do it. But as soon as you're 5 feet high, the rotation changes. You got to slow the rotation down, right? Or you'll over-rotate. I don't know how, in my mind, a skater's making that in the air. And then I think the really good street skaters like, no, we're catching our board. We're catching. And I mean, I guess if I compare it to the wheelie game on a big BMX bike, you know, you get to where it's second nature. And it's not so scary, and you don't have to think about everything as much. It's like your vision slows down on it. So I maybe could see that, but dude, it's gnarly. And guys that rip it, you guys watching me right now that fucking shred at street skating, man, credit to you, dude. It's so gnarly. And I'm gonna react to another video after this one that is really gonna show that, like, to the hilt. But I'm really enjoying this Carlsbad footage just because I was there. So for me to see it and I mean to see the same guys, the same characters, like that Markovich guy, like that was an unforgettable person to be watching. I mean, half the time when you're hanging out there, I was older than these guys at the time. In 91, what was I? I was probably, I mean, maybe I was Danny Way's age. I'm 52 now. I don't know how old Danny Way is. But I know we're close. But, so, you kind of got mad dogged a little bit there. I didn't too much. And, I mean, we hung around with Tone Nguyen. Does anybody know him? He was a pro. I think he went pro. I think he was a pro skater for a while. I know at the time he was sponsored. Him and a guy that worked with would come down to my pad, and then we would roll out there with Tone. We called him Twan at the time, but then I think I heard him called Tone later. Anyway, so we would all make it down there. So it was kind of like I was accepted because I was a friend of him, you know? Plus I was an older dude. I was a surfer, you know? I mean, most of those guys probably surfed. I don't know. I remember going to a crazy party, and I wish I could remember the dude's name, but it was a pro skater party, and he lived over in Leucadia, and it was just crazy. They got hammered and were riding the skateboard off like the roof and doing all kinds of crazy shit at night. It was gnarly. So those were the days. So if anybody looks and says, yo, old man, you know, just remember, when you see an old guy, we had those days too. We did. We got crazy. We had all the experiences, man. I probably got a lot more experiences than most of you youngsters. Not skating big gaps and stairs and stuff like that, though.
Try down this thing. But I think the craziest thing that ever went down, in my opinion, was Chris Cole's back 360 kickflip.
Aim for the top like this, and you're in your element with a fire like this, and they hoping you fall and they praying you miss, but it's all in the risk.
Hit the broken board roll away.
Yeah, and he landed, and his tail snapped, and he still rode away and made it happen.
So there's a 16 stair here too. It's probably the biggest thing here. I don't really know much that's been done. A couple people hit the rail and gapped out.
With the switch, you know, I'm in the zone.
That's an insane gap.
Yeah.
From there, they gapped out. That's crazy.
You would have to grind this Bondo down to make it skatable again.
Kane, remember when we came to Carlsbad High in 2008 and we were like really little?
Yeah, I sure do.
You remember you landed an ollie?
I did.
I remember Mom was yelling at you when you would slam. She'd be like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah, that's how it goes when your mom's on the sesh and you're just a kid slamming on the ground.
Wait, how old did they say he was? He did the 11 stairs at 8?
Yeah, that's how it goes when your mom's on the sesh and you're...
Ollie?
I did.
I remember Mom was yelling at you when you would slam. She'd be like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah, that's how it goes when your mom's on the sesh and you're just a kid slamming on the ground.
Is this him?
Okay, time to go. Time to land it. Yo! Yes!
Oh, man. Let me go back for that. That's epic, dude. All right, let's start this over. I'm skipping ads. I need to do something with ad blocker or something.
Okay, time to go. Time to land it. Yo! Yes!
Is that you, Durham brother? That's sick, dude.
Kanan.
But then you did it. You landed it.
Got it.
Damn. That's that long hallway. Wow.
How old were you in 2008?
Bravo, dude.
13 or 14.
Wow. Yeah, we were all teenagers.
Yep.
There was also a rail right next.
So rad, so rad. Like, I do the little corner and I think I get some sort of credit for that, but you did that, bro. That's awesome. That's really cool. I wish I could say something like that. But you know what? I keep it real. I keep it real.
Next to the gap that had a kink at the bottom of it. Some people even skated that thing. The gap got so popular, there was even official contest thrown at the spot.
One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Foot on the gas, 155 on the road.
I wonder what year that was. If someone knows, please leave it in the comments down below. I'm in a gray area. I graduated in '89. I probably moved to Carlsbad I was in Temecula when I graduated. Grew up in San Diego. Went to Temecula for 4 years during high school. Graduated, moved down to Carlsbad. So it was probably, I stayed in it was probably like 92, 93, 94, something like that. And I had to be 21, 22, something like that already.
And we actually had this, but Tech Deck made a replica of the spot so you could skate it with your fingerboards. Do you remember doing that?
Yeah.
And it did not stop there because it was also featured in Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I believe the second one. It was also recreated in the game
Sick,
Skate 3.
dude.
And it was
That was really out of proportion. That was massive.
also recreated in the Maloof Money Cup. And the San Diego 2018 Am Slam.
All right, hold up. Let's go back and look at this. Look at this. Can you think of a better gap ever to skate than that? The smoothest concrete, the best lips, nothing compares to real street skating. So to bring it back to this next clip I'm gonna look at, this next reaction video I'm gonna make, you guys gotta watch this. some gnarly real skateboarding. Like the real Gap compared to that.
And the San Diego 2018 Am Slam. Kanan actually skated it at that contest.
They also had a Rincon replica.
Really?
Another spot we should go to.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a video on that soon. And then sadly, February 23rd, 2012, the Gap got destroyed due to renovations for the school. So the Gap's not here anymore, but hey, I think there is still a Carlsbad Gap. Let's go find it.
2012. It made it to the end of the Mayan calendar. So I think it's rad that you guys are doing these videos. I think if you're not subscribed, you need to subscribe to these guys, because like the El Toro clip, like I can't wait to dive into that video too. So I'm surprised that let's see, this channel was only at 6,000 subscribers. Really surprised me, because doing content like this, they're gonna blow up fast, real fast. So credit to you guys. You're doing great work on these videos, and this has been just truly a good time. Let's see this Gap.
So this is the new Carlsbad Gap.
Yeah, this is the new one.
Yeah.
I saw this on Google Maps, so I knew it was here. And people do skate this because there is Bondo on it. All right, let's see an ollie on the new Carlsbad Gap.
Sick. So I feel like back in the day, that's something I might have been able to do. Maybe even over this curb. That was the only thing I was decent at, was a long, fast, high ollie. I would go over islands, like, you know, like when you get in a turn lane and the curb kind of goes around and maybe there's some bushes in it. I would go over those, or go off stairs, or do ollies. No flip tricks, because you guys know I could never do those. But that's a really big one. But I feel like I could have made something like that. Definitely not as good as this guy. You guys school me.
Yeah.
I want to see it again.
Bondo on it. All right, let's see an ollie on the new Carlsbad Gap.
I love how fast he's going.
Yeah. You did it just like you did in 2008.
2008.
Some things never change.
All right, so that's our video on the Carlsbad Gap. So there's obviously a lot of tricks that we left out. Comment your favorite ones that we missed down below, and then let us know if there's a spot we should make a video about in the future.
Boom. So guys, give these guys a sub. And the content on this channel is really good. The filming's really good. The narration and the prep work that went into making this video, to go and snag all those clips from YouTube, that's very good work. Being that I was a local in Carlsbad at the time, it's super, super fun to watch this video for me. It's really the only thing in skateboarding that I get that I was a part of at all in the future. Because I sucked, right? I sucked. So, but I was there and I watched those guys doing those things, and kind of hung out with a sponsored pro at the time that helped give me a green light to get in to the scene and be a part of it. So it was fun to just be a wallflower there. But the guys were cool, man. They let me take my run at it, of course. That was a lot of pressure. But anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. There is cheers to remembering the Gap. Yeah, I'm gonna get a beer for this next one. Yes, peace.